KD Smooth back with another video. Today we're diving into a heavyweight matchup, Elvis Presley versus Chuck Berry. One's known as the King of Rock and Roll, while the other is also known as the King of Rock and Roll, or the Father of Rock and Roll, whatever you want to call it. While one of them laid the foundations for the genre as we know it, let's see who truly deserves the crown. And also, this is just for entertainment purposes, so we're not bashing either of these guys. We're giving them their crowns that they deserve and their flowers. And in this video, we're going by their songwriting, guitar skills, stage presence, cultural impact, and their legacy. Now let's get into it. Round 1, songwriting. Now Elvis had the charm and the voice, but let's keep it real. He wasn't much of a songwriter. Most of his hits like Hound Dog and Jailhouse Rock were written by others. Well, Hound Dog was a cover, but he still delivered them beautifully. But that pen game, it wasn't his. Now Chuck Berry, on the other hand, was a lyrical genius. Songs like Johnny Be Good, Roll Over Beethoven, and Maybelline not only told stories, but also defined rock and roll. His lyrics captured the energy, rebellion, and fun of the genre. So this first round, I'm gonna have to give it to Chuck Berry. Chuck wrote the rule book, while Elvis followed it. Round 2, guitar skills. Elvis could strum a guitar and look good doing it, but let's not act like he was out here shredding solos. The guitar was more of a prop than an instrument for him. Now, I'm not saying that he was a terrible guitarist, because he wasn't. I mean, look at his 1968 comeback special. The man could really play and he sounds great, but truth be told, he wasn't really known as a guitarist shredder like most artists who play guitar are known for. But Chuck Berry, the man, made the guitar talk. His riffs and solos are iconic, and let's not forget his legendary duck walk. Without Chuck, there is no rock and roll guitar as we know it. Listen, I had to play it. One of my favorite Chuck Berry songs ever. But this second round, I gotta give it to Chuck Berry. Elvis held the guitar and played it like he should, but Chuck Berry reinvented it. Round 3, stage presence. Elvis's stage presence was undeniable. The pelvic thrust, the charisma, he was a natural born performer. Women screamed, fainted, and probably risked it all just to touch his scarf. But Chuck Berry wasn't as flashy, but his energy and duck walk were revolutionary. He didn't just perform, he embodied the rebellious spirit of rock and roll. Plus, his connection with the guitar made every performance electric. But this third round, I have to give it to Elvis. Elvis was a showman, but Chuck Berry didn't need gimmicks. He let his guitar do the talking. But, I mean, what kind of woman didn't love Elvis Presley? Round 4, cultural impact. Elvis broke barriers, bringing rock and roll to the mainstream and bridging racial divides in music. But let's keep it real, his success often came at the expense of black artists who laid the groundwork. Now, Chuck Berry was the groundwork. His influence on artists like the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, and countless others is undeniable. He may not have had the same commercial success as Elvis, but his contribution to the genre are unmatched. So round 4 goes to Chuck Berry. Elvis popularized it. Chuck Berry revolutionized it. And lastly, round 5, legacy. Elvis's legacy is global. From Graceland to movies to impersonators, he is an eternal icon. But let's not forget that his legacy is also tied to privilege. He had the platform to succeed in ways many black artists didn't. Now, Chuck Berry's legacy isn't just in his name, it's in his DNA of rock and roll itself. His influence can be felt in every riff, every lyric, and every artist who ever picked up a guitar and dreamed big. He's the architect of the genre. So this round goes to Chuck Berry. Elvis was a phenomenon, but Chuck Berry built the phenomenon. Alright, final verdict. Now, while Elvis Presley earned his crown as the king of rock and roll, Chuck Berry is the true pioneer. He wrote the songs, played the riffs, and created the sound that shaped the genre. Without Chuck, there is no Elvis. So if you ask me, the crown belongs to Chuck Berry. But they are both kings. Let me just throw that out there. But personally, I would say Chuck Berry gets the crown. Alright y'all, that's my take. Who do you think is the true king of rock and roll? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to follow me on my social medias. On my Instagram at KDSmooth112_. And since TikTok is back, follow me there at the name's KD Smooth. And y'all, please be good to each other, because the Lord knows y'all have been good to me. This is Kedar, aka KD Smooth, signing out. Peace, and God bless you all.